Okay, well, that was a major pain in the butt. But I got my 8 blank runes, and now we need to grab ourselves that book that I made last time that I didn't know what it did. And need to eat another potato through this weird eating lag of some kind. But anyway, so what this does is I can set it to a tier and then click on a blood altar, and it should show me what needs to be done. But because there's ground where this needs to go, I of course can't see it right now. So if I were to dig up, yeah, if you dig up around it like so, whoop, we'll see that there are these ghost runes, I guess, if you want to put it that way. And that's basically where I need to put these guys. Let's fill in the extra holes that I made first, though. Where's the other one? I did it twice, right? Maybe not. All right, I guess not. So anyway, so it should be that if I put the blank runes all the way around like so, it should upgrade to 8. I put that one in the wrong spot. Okay, and it should turn into a tier 2. I have no idea if it's a tier 2 or not. I think this book can help with that. Next tier of the blood altar is missing a solid black at negative 182 by 54 by 302. Okay, where is that? So, negative 182, which is right here. Okay, good. So that must be a tier 2 altar. I thought it should say something or do something, but apparently not. But I guess that's a tier 2. I was hoping for some sort of like, you know, particle effect or something, but it's telling me that the next level block is over here. Maybe I need to set this book so that it's not bound to a tier. Set to tier 1. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to use this quite properly, but this should be a tier 2. And the way to test that is to try to make a rune of self-sacrifice. So if we go in here, we should see a rune of self-sacrifice right here. In order to make that, it's a tier 2 because it needs a tier 2 blood orb, which is the apprentice blood orb. To make the apprentice blood orb, it needs a block of redstone on top of this guy with 5,000 LP. Now at, what is it, 200 per heart, thereabouts, there seems to be some sort of loss factor, plus I get hit in the head with my cactus again. That's going to be, what is that, roughly 25 hearts, I believe. So I'm definitely going to have to be munching while I do this. And I need to find a block of redstone. There we are. So this will be the test of whether or not I've actually got a tier 2. Ow. So if we put that in there, yep, it looks like it's starting to try to go, so it's using up what's left in there. So if I just sit here and take all my health away and get my potatoes out, I should be able to eventually turn this into an apprentice blood orb. While I stand here doing what is essentially baked potato based blood magic, I've come to the realization that, you know what would be really, really handy to have right now? Potions of regen. I definitely need to get on that. But anyway, I've now got my apprentice blood orb, which means I can now do tier 2 blood magic. Ta-da! Yay! Okay, so the first thing I want to do with this is, again, that rune of self-sacrifice. What that does is give me additively per one of these runes around my altar, and I think it's only in like altar stone locations, and by that I mean locations that are part of the tiering of the altar. Anyway, per one of those, it gives me a 10% additive boost to the amount of LP I get out of doing myself sacrifice harm. So basically what that means is that if I put one down, I'm going to be doing approximately 220 LP per heart instead of 200. So once I get, like 5, 10 of these around the blood orb, or around the blood altar, I'll actually be able to get quite a bit from myself. Now, I definitely don't want to make that my long-term solution. My long-term solution is to start bringing other things over here and using them to fuel my blood altar. But I think I have to bind this to myself first. So I might as well do that. And that should now bind that to me. Yep. Also took a heart off because, you know, why not? All right, so now we need to make that rune of self-sacrifice. So let's pull that up. So that's a reinforced slate, which is a blank slate with 2000 LP. I hate my life. On a tier 2, and we need a blank rune, some stone, the apprentice orb, and some gold. All right, so I'm going to gather all that up because I'm going to need to actually drain some more of my hearts out and make myself some more blank runes. Alright, so luckily I checked my recipe before I did this, and I realized I was looking at the wrong recipe because the rune of self-sacrifice is glowstone, not gold. So, should have all the stuff now. We got blank rune, all this stuff, and I think that's actually this right here needs to be down here. Alright, so now we've got a rune of self-sacrifice. So what I can do is throw my blood orb on the ground, because I don't need that anyway, is pull up one of these, come on, there we go, pull up one of those and replace it with the rune of self-sacrifice. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. I know that there's something specifically weird about this first ring that maybe some don't work in certain spots, but I think that one's okay. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, and it says at -182. Yep, so that's still this block here, or thereabouts, 182. It's actually one. It's actually one out. It's this block here, yeah. But it's actually also that block and that block. So I think it's actually talking about this one right here. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so now that I've got that there, I should be able to more efficiently take my own blood. But that's boring. I can stand here and, you know, hang out with this thing all day long and just keep draining blood into it, and yeah. But that doesn't sound terribly appealing to me because, again, boring. So that brings us to one of the next things on our list. So let's head back over there and check it out. So we're looking, we got the tier 2. We got the self-sacrifice runes. The next is to upgrade the orb, which I did, because I had to do that actually before. But the next thing is the Dagger of Sacrifice. Now, the Dagger of Sacrifice is what lets me kill things in order to get their blood into my blood pool. Basically, it's the it's where blood magic really starts coming alive. The humor around here. So, we need a Dagger of Sacrifice, and to do that, we need 3,000 life points in a blood altar and just throw an iron sword in it. Now, 3,000 life points is a lot of life points. So, that's going to be me standing there, stabbing myself, hoping that I don't run out of potatoes while I'm doing this. But luckily, it's less than what it cost to upgrade my blood orb. I don't need this one on me anymore, so I could probably get rid of that. Why do I have an extra blank rune? Oh, it's because I picked it up. You know, I actually didn't need to make the extra, but that's fine. I can turn... that's fine. It's fine. It is fine. So what am I getting here? I need an iron sword. So we need 2 pieces of iron. One of those was an iron block. 2 pieces of iron. Good. And a shtick. Alright, so we got our iron sword now. Hopefully, this will work out for the better. And hopefully this rune is actually in a spot where it's actually going to work. Because if not, then I just wasted my time, essentially. And the problem is that since I don't see any of what's going on with this shrine thing, I don't honestly know if I'm getting the what is it, 220 versus 200 that I would be getting. If I was getting the 220, then I only need to get to 3,000. I only need to stab myself 12 times, something like that. My brain math is geborked. All right, and there it goes. So I'd probably put way more blood in there than I need, but that's fine. So now we have a Dagger of Sacrifice. Now we just need to test and see if it works. Now, I really dislike, in general, killing horses. Now, it should be that when I use this within, I think, 15 blocks of the altar, it should just be a one-hit kill. Wait, do I have to bind this to myself first? I thought maybe it's a 9-block raid. Maybe it's within 3 blocks? I don't know. Horse? Yeah, look, I know that you're upset about me stabbing you. It's also possible that horses don't work. I know that most everything works, but there's probably some... Or maybe I need to right-click? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I may have to actually open the book and try to figure out what's supposed to be happening here. Go. Horse, you are... Horse. I just need you to... right, like, yeah. Keep going. Keep going. I'm going to hit you when you're just right on top of this thing, and hopefully then it works. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen. So I just wasn't close enough. All right, and that drains all his blood in there. Of course, I wasn't doing anything, so I think as the blood sits in there, it just slowly dwindles. So that was a good test of concept. It didn't really get us anywhere. So, yeah. The thing I need to do now, though, is to combine a spawner, not necessarily with squid. I doubt squid work for this. It would be interesting, though, if it did. But to combine my spawner with my blood altar. And I think the best way to do that would actually be to build an old-style aerial spawner with a drop tube that lands right on the blood altar. And then I can just stand here and hit things, hit mobs in the feet to kill them and drain them into the blood altar. That is an awfully big build, and we are not going to do it today. Because, yeah, there's just no way. So we're going to start putting some of this stuff I don't need back in here. I'll keep the stone on me for now. So let's look and see what's going to take to get to a tier 3 blood altar. So I should be able to click on that and see. Now, I'm not really sure what this means. Missing a solid block at 302, so... Okay, so where are we? So we're, yeah, negative 182. Or, can I have the message back, please? Message back, please. Okay. 182 and 54. So it actually is looking for this pillar. But I'm not really sure what this means, if this is what the blocks have to be, or if they can all be, what's the word? If they can all be runes. If they don't have to be runes, I can make this right now. I guess I could always try. I mean, I've got a Silk Touch pickaxe, so there's no real reason not to try. So let's just try that with the blocks that are there. I think that some of those actually have to be runes. I should also dig down to make sure that nothing has to be under. Let's dig down a little bit. I honestly... Okay, so there's a hole under that one. If I then book this guy... Okay, so it looks like I need to be able to then dig this out here. Yeah. And then this out here. Oh. There's always a little bit of extra dirt taken away in terraforming. That's just the nature of the beast, you know? You can't terraform a planet without digging up some dirt. And I've always said that. Alright, so now that that's all squared away, let's grab some bricks. Which I should have in this one here. Bricks? Stone bricks. Oh, good. Like I said, is that all the stone bricks I have? I have more stone bricks than that. And then I need 4 pieces of glowstone. Alright. So as we go by, we're just going to get rid of that dirt. Alright, so we're going to build this as it looks. I think that these are actually supposed to be runes, but maybe they're not. Maybe they don't have to be. I didn't, as I said, I've read a little bit about how things work, but not some of the particulars, like what exactly goes into the tier 3. I knew the shape of the tier... Hey. I know the shape of the tier 3, but I didn't really, I don't know. I didn't really stop to look. I tend to be hasty like that. I like to do, but... Alright, so now we'll see if the book says... Next tier blood altar is missing a blood rune at negative 176. 176. 176. It's okay. So 170. So saying a blood rune at 176. You're confusing me by 52. Oh. Aha. Ha ha ha. Okay. So now Taco knows kind of what's going on. So now I need to get blood runes down there, but now this should be a tier 3 blood altar. I suppose. It's really interesting. I know that some of these blocks can be interchanged. I really need to read up more, but I wanted to get this at least to tier 3, because at tier 3 I get access to something that I really, really need. But unfortunately, it's going to involve me having to stab myself over and over again for a long period of time, so we'll probably do this next time. Anyway, at tier 3, let's get these other 2 things off of here. At tier 3, I can make a lava sigil. Oh, I also made that tartaric gem, so I don't need that anymore. I need to make a lava sigil, and down here you can also see routing nodes. That's also something that's going to come in, I think, a lot of handy. It's basically a magical version of item conduit from what I gather. So I've never really used them. It's just, again, I did a cursory glance at the mod. I didn't do as much research as I probably should have. But again, I learn more by doing and doing poorly than I do by reading often, which is strange because I also read a lot. I don't know. But anyway, lava sigil. And the lava sigil is going to solve a problem for me. And let's just bring up the lava sigil here. Because I think I need tier 3. Lava sigil is lava reagent. Do I not need tier 3? I thought I needed tier 3. Blank rune? Huh, maybe I don't need... Huh. Maybe I don't need a tier 3. Maybe I just wanted a tier 3. Alright, so let's try to make that lava sigil, because it doesn't actually look like I need a tier 3. But anyway, what the lava sigil is going to do is it's going to allow me to turn LP that's in my blood network, which I don't know how much I've got in my network right now, but I can check. Probably not a lot. Let's see. 4,800, so that's not a ton, but there's some there. But anyway, it's going to let me turn LP that's in my blood network into lava. I think it's either 1,000 or 2,000 into one source block of lava, which is actually pretty tremendous for me because I have no access to any lava up here. The only lava that I have is the lava that I brought with me, and it's only 6 buckets worth from my other base. So yeah, so having a access to lava is pretty key because it lets me do a lot of things like make obsidian, you know, yada yada yada. And now that this is essentially a endless source that only costs potatoes right now, I can just go ahead and do it. So we need a block of coal, cobblestone, redstone, and a lava bucket, as well as can I use just demon will for that? I think I could use just demon will, right? Please be just demon will. Yes, demon will. Okay, good. So let's get all that stuff together. Alright, all my stuff is gathered up, so now let's try to make ourselves one of these lava sigils. So we need to make the reagent first, which is a lava bucket, which is here, a piece of redstone. Oops, I grabbed the whole stack of coal, but I only need a block. And then a piece of cobblestone. And we're going to try this 0.63. That is not enough. Okay, I also brought one that's a 1.0. Ooh, also not enough. And I know that there's a way to get these into a Tardic gem, I think. It's got to be the way you power it up. Let's grab one of these that's like... Let's grab the 2... Put these 2 back in because they're not strong enough. And the 3.61, I mean, that's the best one I got. If I can't do it with this, then I'm going to have to find a way to get those Tardic gems and get them powered up. Maybe if you craft them with demonic will? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, so redstone, bucket, and cobblestone. Should also check and make sure this is the right order. Oh, nope, here. Okay, that one's got 2 in it. That's not enough, apparently. Let's double check my order here. Bucket, redstone, cobblestone, and that's block of coal, right? Block of coal. Alright, so the last chance then is this 3.61. Also not enough. Okay, so we're going to need to make ourselves, kind of change gears here, one of those Tartaric gems and figure out how to get it filled up. Petty Tartaric gem is, again, redstone, gold, lapis, and some stuff. So let's put together one of those real quick. Alright, so we made ourselves a Petty Tartaric gem. It says it can contain a little will, and it can contain raw will. And unfortunately, I don't know how that works. I'm hoping that maybe if I put it... Where did it go? If I put this in a crafting table with a piece of will, that it'll just fill up. Nope. Alright, maybe if I hold it in my hand and right-click it. Nope. Shift right-click. No. Alright, so let's grab our book. I'm going to see if I can figure this out real quick. Otherwise, we're going to move on to Botania. And let's see. That's going to be in Demonic Kin. Lesser Tartaric Gem. Tiberius, blah, blah, blah. Construction, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so after reading, it appears that if I pick up will, it should go into the Tartaric Gem. So let's just throw will on the ground, and maybe if I pick it up, it'll go... Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's what I got to do. I got to throw all my will on the ground, and hopefully... Can I pick that up, please? There we go. Hopefully, I'll be able to... Let's just go dunk, 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 dunk. Hopefully, I will have enough will in this thing in order to pull off the sigil. If not, then we're going to have to do it later, because I'll have to stand with my spawner. There's only 8 in there. I have a feeling that this is going to take quite a bit more than 8. And what was the last thing? Shoot, no, cobblestone. Yep, that's not enough to make this lava reagent. It would be nice to know, you know, how much will these things took. Oh, it does show. Okay, well, I feel dumb. Let's see how much will I need in order to pull this off. I need a minimum of 128 will, and it drains 10 will. So I actually can't do that with the petty, because I was in reading and actually doing the reading, I see that this thing can actually only hold 64 will. So I'm going to have to make the next level up to Tark Jib, which is the lesser, which is fine. I can definitely do that, but I'm going to push that off for the future. Let's just put the stuff in there to make the next the next thing I want, which is, again, the lava sigil. What else was in there? Bucket, redstone, coal. Oh, cobblestone. Okay, good. Good. So that's all taken care of. So that's basically what we're going to do with blood magic today. I've got a couple other things to set up. I've got a lot more reading to do because, yeah, I need to get into actually figuring out how this thing works and what the progression is. Quite a lot more than I already have, if that's not, like, painfully obvious by now. Okay, so let me clean up my inventory a bit more, and then we will start doing a little bit of Botania.